Hello, my name is Andreas Valentino, and in this video I'm going to guide you through the basics of Oracle VirtualBox. What is VirtualBox? It is a versatile open source virtualization platform developed by Oracle. It allows users to create and manage virtual machines, or we call it VMs, and enable them to run multiple operating systems simultaneously on a single physical computer. Virtualization is a key technology in today's IT landscape, providing flexibility, efficiency, and cost savings for developers, testers, educators, and businesses. The concept of virtualization involves creating a virtual representation of a physical computing environment. Now, in the case of VirtualBox, this means you can simulate a complete operating system known as a guest OS on top of your own primary system, or known as host OS. This is especially useful in scenarios where you need to test software on different operating systems. Might as well learn about new platforms or securely isolate tasks without affecting your own main system. In practical terms, VirtualBox is widely used in a variety of fields such as software development, IT education, system testing, legacy support, and cybersecurity. One of VirtualBox's unique aspects is its combination of ease of use with advanced capabilities. It balances accessibility for beginners and power for experienced users, making it one of the most popular visualization solutions in the industry. Now let's focus more on VirtualBox itself. VirtualBox is a widely used open source visualization platform that enables users to create and manage virtual machines on their own computers. It allows running multiple operating systems on a single physical machine simultaneously, providing flexibility for testing, development, and learning. Its key features include, firstly, the snapshot functionality. It is a powerful feature which allows users to capture an exact state of a virtual machine at any given point in time. This feature is very useful when testing new software or system configurations. With snapshots, users can easily revert to previous state if something goes wrong during testing or updates. For example, if an update causes a system crash or instability, users can quickly restore the virtual machines to its last known working state. This can eliminate downtime and avoid data loss. Now let's focus more on VirtualBox itself. VirtualBox is a widely used open source visualization platform that enables users to create and manage virtual machines on their own computers. It allows running multiple operating systems on a single physical machine simultaneously, providing flexibility for testing, development, and learning. Its key features include, firstly, the snapshot functionality. It is a powerful feature which allows users to capture an exact state of a virtual machine at any given point in time. This feature is very useful when testing new software or system configurations. With snapshots, users can easily revert to previous state if something goes wrong during testing or updates. For example, if an update causes a system crash or instability, users can quickly restore the virtual machines to its last known working state. This can eliminate downtime and avoid data loss. The second feature is the shared folder. The shared folder filter allows file sharing between the host operating system, as known as your computer, and the guest virtual machine. This is particularly useful for developers, testers, or anyone who needs to work with files across different environments without manually transferring them back and forth. For instance, if you're running on a Linux guest on a Windows host, you can set up a shared folder where files can be accessed and modified from both systems. This functionality not only saves time but also simplifies the process of transferring files between environments for testing and development. The third feature is the virtual networking. VirtualBox offers several types of virtual networking configurations, which enables users to simulate complex network environments within virtual machines. The most commonly used networking options include NAT, as known as Network Addressing Attestation, where it allows virtual machines to access the internet using your computer's network connection without directly exposing the virtual machine to the outside network. This one is ideal for isolated environments where the virtual machines only need to access external resources without being part of the local network. Next is the bridge networking, where this mode allows the virtual machines to appear as a separate device on the same network as the host machine. This is used when you want the virtual machines to interact with other devices on the network, such as web servers, file servers or test environments for the network isolation isn't required. Next is internal networking, where this setting allows the virtual machines to communicate with each other with a private network isolated from the host and the outside world. This is especially useful when testing internal networking scenarios or setting up virtual environment with multiple virtual machines that need to communicate. And lastly is host-only networking, where host-only networking allows the virtual machines to communicate only with the host machines and the other virtual machines that are configured within the same host-only network. This one is useful for isolated network testing or when you want to ensure no external network connectivity for security reasons. The fourth feature is the USB device support. VirtualBox supports USB device pass-through, allowing virtual machines to directly interact with the USB devices attached to your computer. This is especially useful when a virtual machine needs to interact with physical devices such as printers, scanners, or security tokens that are connected to your own computers. VirtualBox supports both USB 2.0 and USB 3.0 devices, ensuring compatibility with a wide range of peripherals. USB pass-throughs allows users to integrate physical hardware into their virtual environments, making it possible to run hardware-independent applications within the virtual machines. Oracle VirtualBox, however, still comes with some significant weaknesses. It is extremely resource intensive, especially with multiple virtual machines, and it also has limited GPU pass-through. Not only that, it's slower compared to other hardware-isolated solutions such as QEMU plus QVM. These weaknesses make VirtualBox primarily designed for development and testing rather than large-scale deployments. In conclusion, Oracle VirtualBox is a powerful and versatile visualization tool that offers users a range of features to help manage virtual machines efficiently. Its snapshot functionality, shared folder support, virtual networking options, and USB device pass-through makes it an ideal choice for both developers and IT professionals who need a flexible and feature-rich virtual environment. Now let's move on to the step-by-step tutorial right on how to use the VirtualBox. First, let's start with the installation by going to the website virtualbox.org. I have the link in the description. Now click on the button Download. Now, if you're using Windows, click Windows Host right here, and then the installation window for the application will appear for you. But if you're using Mac, Linux, or Solaris, there are other options for them here. The next step is the Setup Wizard. After you click on the application you just installed, it will first appear like this, so click Next to continue. After that, you have to accept the terms in the license agreement before pressing Next to continue. Now, in this section, you can select the way you want the features to be installed, but for the sake of simplicity, simply click Next to continue. Then here are some steps before the installation begins. The setup will warn you that it will reset your network connection before it begins. In this section, it will want you to have Python core package and the Win32 API bindings whether you have it or not. For this, you can go to prompt and type pip install pywin32 if you don't have it yet. Now here, you have options on what to create from start menu entries to desktop shortcut, quick launch bar shortcut to register file associations. Simply click Next. Now you're set to install VirtualBox and click Install to confirm. The final sections appear like this. Click Finish to continue. Now, before you can use the VirtualBox, you will need to download an ISO file required for the VirtualBox. VirtualBox is an ISO file because it acts as a virtual installation disk to set up the operating system on the virtual machines. To do that, you can visit the website Ubuntu. I will post the links in the description. Here in Ubuntu, go to Product and press Ubuntu Desktop. After that, press Download Ubuntu Desktop. Then here you can press download the latest LTS, which might take around 5 to 6 gigabytes. But make sure your system have these requirements. Right, so here in order to create a new virtual machine, start from clicking new. This opens up the dialog for setting up the virtual machines. First, you have to set up the name you want for your virtual machines, for example like this. Then for the folder will be where you will be putting your virtual machine in. Then for the ISO image, you have to insert the ISO file you just downloaded earlier, or what you have. Then it automatically detect the type and the version of that ISO file. Next, you have to set up the credentials the way you want for your username and your password. And then there will be the guest addition option. It's recommended to mark it check because it will give you a slightly better performance and usability. Now this will be the hardware section. The hardware section will be where you allocate the base memory and the processors from your own host machine or your own computer into the virtual machines. Keep in mind that the higher base memory means the more likely it will slow down your own computer. You can change the values again later, but for now I'll be using 2 gigabytes with 2 CPU. Now next, for this section you can specify how much hard disk space you want to allocate to the virtual machines. You can click the pre-allocate full size for performance improvements, but that's going to end up using all of the space, so let's stick to 25 gigabytes as intended. After that, click finish. It will start running to make the virtual machine. Now your display for virtual machines in the VirtualBox should be like this. Here in the menu bar we have the File, Machine, View, Input, Device, and Help. In the Machine menu you will be configuring your virtual machine settings as well as stick snapshots, which is the main features of the VirtualBox, as well as View Session Informations, where you can see the performance of your virtual machines, as well as the options to pause your virtual machines, reset it, or even shut it down. In the View menu, you can adjust how you want to view your virtual machines, such as full screen, scaled or seamless, etc. And then there's also the options for taking screenshot and recording. Then comes the Input menu where you will be configuring hotkeys and shortcuts with your keyboard for the virtual machines. And then next is the Device menu where it provides access to features and settings related to virtual hardware of the guest machine. It allows you to manage and configure devices like storage, USB, shared folder, and more during the virtual machine's runtime. Lastly is the Help menu, which could give you help information about using VirtualBox. Now let me shut down the virtual machine for a bit. Now if you want to start running your virtual machines again, you can simply right click at it and then press Start. You can either select Start, Normal Start, Atlas Start, or Detachable Start. And if you want to remove your virtual machines, you have to make sure it is turned off so that you can press click. If you want to remove it from the VirtualBox Manager, you can simply click on Remove All. But if you want to remove all along with these files, you can select on Delete All Files. And that's all for the tutorials. I hope it helps you for these basics. Thank you and goodbye.